Ladies and gentlemen, this RedGameTech.com video, we have some news from Microsoft. They're going to be investing $700 million on a data center with the intention of improving their cloud-based services. This will not only extend to their services such as Windows Azure, but also to, of course, the upcoming Xbox One console, which of course will be using cloud-based computing. They're actually receiving $20 million in tax credits, and this has been approved by the Iowa Economic Development Authority Board, and that's a pretty big mouthful to say. Debbie Durham commented on this, and she said, "We're seeing a lot of interest in this space. There may be a lot more projects to come. We've created a business culture that fosters this. And the expansion supports the growing demand for Microsoft's cloud services, and the project represents our latest in efficient data center thinking." Followers of gaming will of course know that Microsoft's Jeff Henshaw has already touted much about the cloud computing capabilities of the Xbox One, and has actually said that developers will be able to tap into the CPU power and storage of an additional 3 Xbox One consoles on the cloud, of course. And he's also commented on this and said, "We're doing that so that any game developer can assume that there's roughly 3 times the resources immediately available to their game, so they can build a bigger, persistent levels that become inclusive for players." So, end quote by the way. So just how much of a difference are there? Well, at Xbox 360's launch, there were 3,000 servers powering the online system. That number now stands at around 15,000, and the Xbox Live service will be actually powered by over 300,000, which is more than the entire computing world in 1999, which isn't that long ago when you think about it. So, now I've reported the news, what are my opinions on this? Because obviously it's more fun to give opinions as well as just reporting what the heck they say in an interview. Well, it's not really surprising that Microsoft are going to be taking this route. You all have heard of AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, and they are by no means the only ones who are expanding. Facebook, of course, have invested a hell of a lot in their own data centers. And then you've got services like Cloudflare as well. Not Cloudflare, Rackspace. Sorry, I've got so many different companies floating through my head right now. So Rackspace, of course, are huge in this area as well, especially when it comes to the open cloud computing software. Microsoft, of course, are going to be using this not only for business use, but also for the gaming. However, it has a double edge for them, because for gaming side of things, a virtual server, which is really what this is, to be honest with you, it is not like 300,000 proper servers, it most likely will be virtual. And the problem is that from previous interviews and tech analyses and so on, we're not really sure how and what this can be used for gaming. Now, there are some ideas, of course, that we've already talked about extensively, and if you're not that familiar with cloud computing for the Xbox One at least, you could go ahead and you could check out the channel, and you can just type in Xbox One cloud computing in the search, and by goodness gracious, you will find a lot of information. I will, however, be producing a couple of cloud content videos, which of course will be going into the cloud and so on, and maybe even showing you guys services like Windows Azure and AWS, Amazon Web Services, and so on, just so I can give you guys examples of how this stuff works, because I think it'd be kind of cool to do that. But for all intents and purposes, when it comes to cloud computing, the resources, of course, are by no means infinite, and because we have bandwidth restrictions, it'll be very interesting just what they're going to be doing. However, Microsoft as a whole obviously are not just calculating their profits from gaming, and it's well known now that, well, let's face it, the cloud is now becoming the big thing. The cloud is nothing exactly new, but now, of course, we have much better ways to connect it. And Windows Azure platform especially, of course, allows you to spin up and create servers in a matter of seconds that, for the most part, allow you to pretty much customize them to your restrictions and requirements, which is pretty much the same with Rackspace or even, say, Amazon as well. One of the keys here, most likely as well, is they want to add in a lot of redundancy and a lot of fault and power interruption contingencies. One of the reasons I actually chose Iowa is because the state, from what I'm reading, actually has really good infrastructure when it comes to power and well, everything that's really a data center requires. And of course they also have a lot of land in that kind of area as well. So without doubt, it's really good news for Microsoft, not only on the front of, well, gaming, which of course is primarily the reason I'm reporting the video, but also for anyone who's into, well, business, because if you happen to use their web services, even down to something like Office 365, it will only be a good thing. Anyway, that's just about it for this particular video. As I said, stay tuned. Over the weekend I will try to put out a cloud computing video. So take care and bye for now.